In this video, it's going to be zero fluff. I'm just going to teach you exactly what you need to know to start jumping rope today as a beginner. So first things first, you got to get a rope. Just pick up a rope, and most of the time, just start jumping because you learn as you go, but I'm going to give you some tips. The type of rope you want to get, I think the best rope for a beginner is a beaded rope. You can kind of hear it. It's got a little bit of weight to it. They're pretty cheap, like 20 bucks on Amazon. I got this one from the jump rope coach, Chris. I'm gonna have my own jump rope soon. But you can get them on Amazon for like 20 bucks. You can get a faster rope than this. These are a little bit heavier, so they're not gonna be as fast. But the other rope is a PVC rope. This rope is a little bit lighter. It's gonna be a little faster, and you're gonna have a little bit less control. You might have more chance to get it tangled, more chances of it hitting your legs or your feet so you mess up. But I think it's a great rope to increase your speed, increase the amount of cardio you're getting. You can still do the same things. You still want it to be the same size, and you still want the same form, okay? And then you can start doing really fun stuff. You want the rope to be the proper size. A lot of people like it a lot longer than this, but I like to keep it nice and short, just below the chest bone. All you have to do is take this little knot out and then cut it, take some beads out, and make it the right length for you. I like it to be that short because I feel like it lets me relax my arms a little bit more. And if it's way up here, that means the rope is probably pretty long, and if the rope is pretty long, it's gonna slow down as it hits the ground. So if it slows down as it hits the ground, it's gonna have a higher likely chance of hitting your feet. So I like a short rope. It's faster, easier to control, and it lets me relax my arms. Next thing you need to know is the proper form, okay? So like I said, a lot of people will have you have your arms way up here, but I like to keep my arms more relaxed because it allows me to go longer. So when you jump, my arms are always a little bit bent, and I'm just listening for the rope to tap the ground just a little bit, okay? If the rope is too long, it's gonna hit the ground and it's gonna slow the rope down and hit your feet, so don't make the rope too long. Other thing is, your elbows are gonna be slightly back. So when you're jumping, they're not away from your body. Your elbows are nice and tight to the body and slightly behind or right next to your rib cage, okay? That allows you to keep the handles pointed straight forward. If the handles are pointed straight forward, it's a lot easier to control. Just like that. And the last tip you need to know is stay on the balls of your toes. Don't jump with your feet flat because you're not going to be able to get off the ground. This is going to hurt for a lot of you, especially if you've never jump roped and you're not very active in the first place. So take it slow. Just even a minute long, 30 seconds long, 20 seconds long. Start really slow and work your way up because you don't want to get an injury like a calf injury when you first start, or a foot injury because you're doing too much too fast. So make sure when you're jumping, you're on the balls of your toes and you don't jump too high. A lot of people will do this and you're just pounding your knees and you're using way too much energy and you're not gonna be able to do it for very long at all. So you wanna be nice and relaxed. Just get about an inch off the ground and use your wrists to turn the rope. It's not your entire arm, it's mostly in the wrist. You're just feeling the weight of the rope and letting it do most of the work. I would recommend starting with like 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and make sure you take long enough breaks if you start to feel your calves burning, because the next day or the day after, you're gonna be very, very sore if you go too hard, too fast. I've had calf strains before. I've done way too much too fast myself, so you just don't want to put yourself in that position. So as you get better at jumping, you can start to do fancier stuff, But keep it really simple to start. You can start working on your speed of the rope. Speeding up and slowing down is important. I like to jump to music because it helps me learn how to control the rope better. It helps you dictate how fast the rope is going and connect you with the rope a little bit more when you're really fighting to keep a certain tempo. So that's why I like to jump to music. Plus, it's just really nice and fun to jump to music. It's gonna make it a lot more pleasurable than just listening to yourself breathe, I think. So, okay, enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video.